All right, this week's video is for the brides, the bride-to-be, the aspiring bride. Maybe you're not engaged yet, but today I want to share the top 10 best tips for brides. Why am I the expert? Because I was a bride and I've been through it. And I know the things that you go through, the great stuff, and also the annoying things, the planning, the opinions. Oh, there's so many opinions. And also just things that I hope will liberate and inspire you during this incredibly magical journey. And I say magical, I don't mean to be cheesy, but I'm not kidding. My wedding experience was just like, it was everything. And I'm just always so happy when anyone says they're getting married. And if you love this video, make sure you throw me a little subscribe by tapping that little red button below so you can turn it gray. My first tip is wear your hair the way you normally wear it for your big day. What I mean by that is, let's just say, you're not a bride and you're just like getting ready for date night, or maybe you're getting ready for work and you have to be conservative and polished, or let's say you're getting ready for a night out. That hairstyle that you wear to those events, that's the hairstyle you need to wear to your wedding. All these brides think that they need to do something new, like, I'm gonna do this cool updo that I've never done before and think that I'm gonna love my photos. Seriously, you're not. Like, you need to just wear and I get it. Maybe you wanna try a little something different. Then do a variation of how you already know you love your hair. I mean, we take photos all the time. Look at those photos. Look at the photos where you're like, I think I look good. What is that hairstyle? Like, do a variation of that. You're going to save yourself a lot of heartache when you get the picture. So for me, going into getting married, I knew I wanted my hair down. My hair is always down. I love the way my hair looks down. I know that when I wear my hair in a ponytail, I don't feel like I look as cute in pictures, but my wedding dress was open back. So for the ceremony, it was just more beautiful and showed off the back if my hair was up. So I wore my hair up for the wedding ceremony, and then after the ceremony, we took it down and I wore it naturally. And let me tell you, all the photos with my hair up, I don't like. And I loved all the photos with my hair down. So let that be an example of why you need to wear your hair the way you know and love it every day. Now let's talk about nails, and I need to get mine done. You do not have to, and I repeat, you do not have to wear light colors or a French manicure on your wedding day. I mean, it feels like everyone does that just because you think, I'm wearing this dress, like I need to be subdued and be virginal and be like, no, actually your nails is the place where you should really express yourself. Wear green, wear yellow. I mean, whatever your style personality is. Maybe you love red nails, do it. I was getting sucked down the basic nail path and I was gonna do, a pale soft pink. And then my friend was like, Lindsay, go for a color. Like, you love that bright cherry red, go for a color. And I'm so happy that I did. When I look back at photos, I'm so happy that I wore this brilliant red color because to this day, I love that color. And I'm glad I added a little element of my personality into my wedding day look. So you won't regret it. This next one's a big one, and I honestly cannot believe I even have to talk about this. But brides, send thank you notes for every occasion, like for the bridal shower gift, for the bachelorette, like everyone who came to your bachelorette, for the wedding. Yes, you have to. And I would say even if they didn't get you a gift, which is kind of rude in and of itself, but if they attended your wedding, which they should have given a gift, write thank you notes. You guys would be surprised. Like, there's a few brides that I know, I didn't get anything. Nothing. And they can't even say it got lost in the mail because I didn't get thank you notes for any of the events. No bachelorette, no wedding gift, no bridal shower gift, nothing. And I just think it shows respect and appreciation that people have taken the time to really celebrate you and spend money. As you guys know, weddings are expensive. You have the commitment of, all the gifts, going to the events, which cost money, maybe accommodations. It's an expensive thing. And yes, that's what we do for the people we love. But I think it's in the best taste when you reciprocate that and really, show your appreciation for the money, time, effort, and just love that people are putting in to show up for your big day. I can't even believe I have to talk about this, but I've had experience with it. Hope they're not watching this video. Now, if you're on a budget, which most of us are, lucky of you out there who don't have a budget, that would be such a dream. Okay, but the reality is most of us, we're on a budget. So when allocating what to spend on each of the events, you know, the ceremony, the dress, the reception, the cocktail hour. Now, this is a tip I was told by my friend who is a celebrity wedding planner. I even think that she did Madonna's wedding to Guy Ritchie. Okay, so she knows. She told me, because I wanted to do all this stuff for the ceremony, she's like, Lindsay, don't put your money into the ceremony. Don't put your money into all the flowers and all the this and the that. She goes, put your money towards the cocktail hour and the reception and the food. She's like, at the ceremony, everyone is really just consumed with the moment and the bride and the groom and the love and the setting, because I'm sure you chose like a beautiful setting as is. And when she said that, I was like, you're right. Like, keep it simple. Keep the ceremony simple, especially if you are on a budget, because it's so true. I mean, when you think about a wedding, you remember the beautiful bride and groom and whatnot, and then you remember the party, and you remember, you know, the food and the experience. So put your money into the experience. And a very wise, very renowned wedding planner told me that, and I'm so happy she did. My next tip, stop trying to please everyone, because you will fail. I'm telling you this. You and your partner need to really focus on what is going to make you the happiest on your wedding date, regardless of all the opinions. And you know what? You may have to put your heels in the sand and really say to mom, whomever, because there's always gonna be opinions. I don't know why people don't get this. Just one day, don't say anything. Just be a guest, just go with the flow, but some people can't do that. I get it, it's just because everyone's really excited and then they forget it's not about them, it's about the bride. But really, you and your partner need to stick together and really tap in to what is going to make you happiest. That's whether it's, you know, your guests or, you know, the cake topper or the food or the location. Like, really, really try and do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, your memories of that day and doing exactly what you envisioned and what you dreamed of is going to make you the happiest. Now, of course, I know you have to appease some family, but really try and tap into that and keep that focus, because you will be so happy you did. This next one's a big one, because I've been noticing this, and I recently talked to a wedding photographer who was telling me that she felt that a lot of the weddings are starting to look the same. So my suggestion to all of you is stop getting so caught up in Pinterest that you're doing what everyone else is doing verbatim. Like, really inject your sense of style into the wedding. There are no rules. This is your wedding, yours and yours only. And at the end of the day, the wedding really and the moment really only matters to you and to, you know, your partner. So really think about your favorite colors, your hobbies, things you like, things both of you like, maybe games, or, you know, maybe think about what your house looks like or what you want it to look like, and really try and tap into that. Because I feel like sometimes we're so over-inspired, especially in the wedding vertical, that we start to do what everyone else is doing, and then it can tend to look repetitive. And I really want you guys to have an authentic experience that is truly you. So don't feel like if you go outside of that box, it's going to be silly. Really focus on tailoring this wedding and experience to what you truly want and your style sensibility. My next tip is get a wedding journal, like a nice quality keepsake. So I fell into this idea and I just love it so much. My parents gave me this in our wedding gift. I'm sure my mom picked it out. And what we did the night we got married is we wrote something in it. And every wedding anniversary that we've had since, we've written in it like a little memory or maybe what we did on our anniversary. And I just feel like this is a time capsule of our love. I know it sounds so silly, but we're really like capsulizing, is that a word? The moments in real time in this journal. I should actually, and you know, we just had our 5-year wedding anniversary, and we didn't write in it, so I have to, and it was just last week, so depending on when you're watching this. Let me read a little excerpt. So we just jotted down little memories. So let me, this is on our wedding day, April 28th, 2013. Let's get married. P.S. So far my nail chipped, and of course it's my wedding ring finger. And I forgot my double-sided tape. Horrible stylist fail on my own wedding day. Haha. Oh my God, that is so funny. So yeah, I remember that experience, and I kind of get to relive it. But let me, my husband has written, I've written mostly in this. And this is from my husband at 11:50 p.m. the day before we got married. He wrote, "I can't wait to marry the love of my life!" Exclamation, exclamation, all. So if this isn't encouraging you guys to invest in a little journal, I don't know what will. I just think it's like the ultimate keepsake, other than the ring, of course. This next tip, again, well, like all of them, comes from experience. Consider a destination wedding. And if you are considering it, you just gotta do it. That is what my husband and I did. We got married in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And to be honest, after we got married there, then my sister got married there. My sister's friend got married there, who was also at our wedding. And my best friend just got married there last year. So if that isn't proof of destination weddings are like off the charts incredible, then I don't know what is. And I know there can be some logistics and issues with maybe older family members or, you know, money issues with certain people. I get it, because we had to take all those things into consideration. The memories that I have of all of my family and friends together in paradise, and just like, even when I think about it and envision it, just the magic of everyone coming together that I love on vacation is seriously something that I don't know if we will ever be able to recreate. And I just highly suggest it. And it's just really an exceptional way to throw a wedding. And there's some older people who can't fly. So in that situation, what we did is we had a little mini ceremony in my backyard. So my husband's grandparents and older relatives could attend. And also my best friend did that as well. So that's an option too. This next one's an expensive one, but if you can afford it, or maybe if you can just hire a friend, get a videographer to document the day. I swear I love our wedding video. It's like that moment is alive for eternity. I see myself walking with my parents down the aisle and all my friends and the weather and my husband, who is bawling his eyes out, by the way. Well, so was I, but you know, everyone loves a crying groom. They expect it from the bride. But it really freezes that moment. Well, it doesn't freeze it, but it preserves that moment in real life so you can look back and watch it, and it's just beautiful for my husband and I to watch, and then also our kids and just generations to come. This video will always be alive in that moment. It was truly the best money spent, like even more so than the images. But I get it, it's expensive. I mean, the images are also great, but there's just nothing like capturing that magical, beautiful moment in its real time. All right, I've talked about this. I know it can get controversial, but I highly encourage you to wait for the first look when you walk down the aisle. I was contemplating seeing my husband before I walked down the aisle or at the moment I walked down the aisle, and my friend really encouraged me to wait for that grand moment when you first see him, everybody, the setting. It's just like an explosion of emotions. And in my opinion, I feel like, you know, when you see each other just privately before, it takes away a little bit of that grandiose moment. Now, some of you guys may not agree, and you know, everyone's experience is their own, and I know that there are brides out there who saw their groom before the wedding and it was still magical. But if you can wait, just wait and see them. When you meet eyes, like he's at the end of the aisle and you know, you're walking down, it's just like, oh, it's just truly magic. It just is. It's like, oh, so many things. So just my experience and something I highly suggest. I hope you guys love this video. If any of you brides to be, or aspiring brides have any questions for me, please make sure you leave me questions in the comments below. I would love to hear if you like this video. And if you did, please tap that button and give me a subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and that's it. Now I gotta be a guest somewhere, or just, I don't know, just do life.